Welcome back to Circle Club Entertainment for yet another Diecast review here on the channel. And today we have ourselves another one of the 4-pack. As you guys could see, we just got done with the Bowman and Byron reviews. And we have looked at this 5 car in the past, but I'm going to give it another check one more time to see what's different between 2023 and 2022. But other than that, this could be the final truly unique patriotic car of 2023 for the Hendrick camp. Here is Chase Elliott and his 2023 Napa Auto Parts Patriotic Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Hendrick Motorsports. Of course, this is the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet that they've done up with a patriotic scheme, which rarely happens. I mean, there's a lot of years where he did not even run a patriotic number 9 car, which is absolutely insane for the sport's most popular driver. But now it looks like Napa has gotten the clue. It is time to start bringing back these Coke 600 patriotic cars. Very, very cool design. It's a new one we've never seen before. It's not a reused design as far as I can tell. This does look like a completely new patriotic Chase Elliott paint scheme, which makes me really happy because, you know, Chase Elliott is one of my favorite drivers. And by the way, because I know people are going to ask me because I am a Chase Elliott fan, no, I absolutely do not condone what he did to Denny Hamlin in that Coca-Cola 600 race, and he did deserve the suspension. So I am going to clear that up because I know people are going to ask me about this, knowing that I'm a Chase Elliott fan and that this is a car on camera today. But yes, please understand, I do not condone his actions that day. With that out of the way, it's time to look at what you guys came here to see. Didn't come here to see some petty race talk. You came to see a diecast that is super cool and a piece of history, and I consider it a piece of history because there's really not been that many patriotic cars for Chase Elliott. We did get one last year. We did get another one, I believe, at another point, but it's really rare to see it happen at the Coke 600, which we finally have one here for 2023, even though it's 2024 and I'm reviewing a 2023 car, so gotta finish up these reviews for 2023. That's why you're still seeing some of these. Let's see what they come up with in 2024. Without further ado, it's time to review this car. Starting with the nose of this car, you have the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 front end, as usual with the Chevy teams. If I can zoom in, it looks a little bit blurry. Looks a little bit better from far. There you go. Number 9, Hendrick Motorsports. Of course, the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 front end, as we established. On the hood, Napa in white with the little hood vents. ZL1. Got CPT Seifert. I really hope I pronounced that name correctly. If not, please correct me in the comment section. Got the little air vent so the driver can breathe, and the patriotic window banner with the Chevrolet little bow tie on it in gold, which looks good. All of the 4-pack cars have that feature. So on the front here, you got Sunoco. On the front corner, you have Sunoco, Goodyear, the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. NASCAR salutes because it's a patriotic weekend. Chase Elliott, Chevrolet, Exalta, Cincinnati, Climb, Freightliner, Hooters, Mack Tools, and Siemens. On the little B pillar, then you have Auto Parts on the hips of the car, Napa. Lumar, Coca-Cola, because he is now part of the Coca-Cola racing family, now that he's no longer sponsored by Mountain Dew. Got Hooters right there. Oh yeah, and A-Shock, they're gone as well. So he needed a drink sponsor, and that's how they came out with Coca-Cola. Pretty cool to have that on this car, for the Coca-Cola 600. So Napa Auto Parts, you got Kelly Blue Book right there. You got Valvoline and Unifirst, so all his major sponsors, of course, on the patriotic paint scheme. And the wheels, yellow Goodyears, dark gray rims, the Honor and Remember logos on the wheels, which are super blurry. They really need to get the print quality of these things better. And of course, the white Goodyears and the fenders. On the back of this thing, it's pretty simple, all white back here. You got Chevrolet. Dang, this thing is blurry. Camera does not like super white cars towards the back or the sides or anything like that. Chevrolet, Napa, get up and go, their new slogan. I wish it was still know-how, but they switched it to this. Got Valvoline, number 9, Camaro, ZL1, the black spoiler, the usual Camaro stuff. You have Napa Auto Parts, Elliott, and the @the-Napa Network logo on the very top of this car with the number 9 on the roof. So this car was spray painted just a normal dark blue, Napa type blue. Maybe it's a slight bit different than the normal car type of dark blue, but it is dark blue, not a metallic, which I really think that metallic or liquid color would have helped this car stand out a lot more, but hey, they're just, I guess they're insisting on always using the normal blue on these. I mean, we saw the William Byron car. They have the capability to do it. They just didn't do it. Hendrick Motorsports, that is. Got biofuel right there. The numbers of this car. The top's going to have a white shadow outline, a dark blue outline, another white outline, and a red number fill-in. And I believe that's the 9 they used for the front as well. On the doors and on the... Actually, the back is going to have a unique color, but we'll get to that in a second. Dark blue shadow, very thin outline. A red outline, another dark blue outline, and a white number fill-in for the 9s that are on the doors of this car. As you guys can see, the number 9. And then on the back, you're going to have a dark blue fill-in with a red outline and some of the white on that as well. Man, this camera's not really working that well today. I don't know why. It's probably just the paint scheme. Anyways, guys. On the front of the Chevrolet Camaro, you're going to have sort of like a red outlining to it. And I believe they messed this up a little. Because you can see like the red on this corner of the headlight. But on this side, for some reason, it's a little bit messed up. See if I can adjust this camera a little more. You see how this side has a bit of that red? This side does not. So yeah, they really kind of messed up the front, unfortunately. It should look a lot better than this. Then, of course, you're going to have some of the red on the corners of the front right there, which you're going to see is going to continue a little bit on the side, but then it stops because there's a blue line stopping it from continuing onto the white. There's some stars on the front corners, which do have some yellow in there. It's just kind of hard to see it. You can see it's got some yellow accenting along with some of the red accenting, but it's mainly a white star on the corner. It is a little cut off because they wanted it to make it fit on the front corners, which that little spike there is spiking off from that little unfinished star. It does look pretty good right there. It is a unique style to it. Makes it look kind of sharp, very sharp, and of course got some white next to the sides of the windshields with the little red boxes, barely spaced out by a bit of the blue, and even that's not even really well lined up, because if you look at it, you put a ruler here, this thing is not going to, these two sides are not going to match up. That's just a decal issue, not how it was intended to look like. Now the sides here, this is where it gets interesting. So most of these sides towards the back are going to be all white right here. As you can see, all white on all these parts of it that I'm pointing to. The hips, the rear quarter windows, parts of the side, the quarter panels, the back. Majority all white and a bit of the under, or the sides of the roof. And it's going to have a red outline to it. And then you're going to see it takes the shape of the star. So you can see the longest side pokes through the number 9. And then you could see it takes shape here. It kind of curves up, so some of the blue can still show through it, as well as on the quarter panel. And the redness, or the red, it's a pretty thick outline, but it slowly gets thin as it gets to the end of the star on both sides. But as you can see, it does take the shape of the star pretty nicely. It's almost like a shooting star on the side of the car. And it kind of has a full white fill-in, which covers up a lot of it, which does look super good. Now, you're also going to have a blue half of a star with some red and gold on it on the quarter window, the rear quarter windows. This would all be covered up if they sliced this decal to be all the way off. And this would all be black, and it would be hard to fit that on there. But because these things have the Camaro-shaped window, they were able to fit that detail on, which is super good. Got a bit of like weird decal stuff stuck between there. Can't really get that out. Oh, I got it off. Perfect. Stuff gets stuck to these cars. I don't know why, guys. But as you can see, the star shape on the side with the white towards the back looks pretty good. And I do like how they left some of the blue showing. Just they angled it off pretty nicely. And the star is slowly getting thinner. It's not consistently the same thickness for the red stripe, which is super cool. Of course, you got the little red towards the corners of the where mirrors would be at on a normal car. On the back, it's just all white. Deck lid all white. The hips are covered in the white. And as you can see, the upper part of the star, the red stripe continues through and kind of stops right here. Gets super thin. Stops for the back windshield. And a lot of the roof is still white because it's just those parts of it that are white and red, but the rest of it is a normal blue roof. And nothing really much on the hood. It's just the blue on the hood, so it's mostly plain towards the front. But you do have these nice little details in the front that kind of finish it off. I gotta say though, this is a great paint scheme that sadly is gonna be remembered for all the wrong reasons. In my opinion, I think this is one of the best Chase Elliott Patriotic paint schemes that has been done to date. Absolutely unique in its own way, isn't copied from anything else, and it just looks good. It's unique, and Chase Elliott deserves to have this type of a good patriotic car, at least in my opinion. So let's get a 360 view of this car. So as I'm talking here, I'll do the 360. It's a very good looking car. Very, very good looking diecast. So if you're a Chase Elliott diecast collector like I am, you're definitely going to be looking to get this, finish your Chase Elliott collection. And me being a Chase Elliott fan, I am trying to collect as many of these things as possible, as I did with the Mark Martin cars during my years, but very spectacular. It almost does look like a Mark Martin car with all that red, white, and blue, which makes me super happy. That's why I always love these patriotic cars, and especially when it's on my favorite driver's car, and it's not always the blue and yellow Napa car all the time. Spectacular. Very good looking car. It makes me happy to see that these cars get released as good as they can be. And of course, you can see the side skirts are messed up on this one, or the side markers. You can see how it's better lined up on this side than it is on this side. It's just the decal quality, not the greatest, but the paint scheme, gotta give it credit where credit is due. It is a very, very good paint scheme for Hendrick Motorsports standards. So what do you guys think of this car? I remember seeing this car in person and being blown away by it until Chase Elliott did the thing, you know, and we didn't get to see it race anymore. Had he just left Denny Hamlin alone, finished 15th, and then confronted him after the race, we would have seen this car so much more. But nope, that's not the way it played out, and I guess things have a reason for being the way they are. Black spoiler, black roof rails, and black splitter, in case I forgot to mention it. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think of this diecast? I think, honestly, this is definitely one of the ones to get for Chase Elliott. Really, really like it. Really unique, and it's just, whenever Chase Elliott has patriotic cars, it always seems to be pretty cool, and this is definitely one of them. I really do adore this car. So what do you guys think about this diecast? So thank you all for checking out this diecast review. To join the club, please comment, like, and subscribe to all the Circle Club Entertainment videos. Thank you all for checking out this one, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review or any of the next videos that are coming out. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast, and you're really going to be wanting to tune in to see the rest of the diecast, because there are so many more that you're going to want to see.